it's Kathy. Welcome to Saturday live stream. We're going to draw today with these fabulous pens. We're going to do some brush pen practice. I'm just getting my lighting ready here. Got my notebook or my sketchbook ready. Got my pens. And I must say, have I picked out flowers yet? Not quite, but I think these are looking really cute. Forster's Liebling, but I don't know if I have a larger picture of them. Let's see. I know. Let's go for some of these beauties here. These are really cute. Anthemis. Let's do some Anthemis. These are also daisy-like, and I love daisies, so it'll be a fun one to do. And because I have this book and I have botanical information here, like all the data points, I can use that for the lettering around the flower. So let's do this. I'll start the sketch in pencil and then we'll just go from there. So my picture's over here. I'm just going to grab my pencil right here and let's do this. They're really cute flowers. Little daisies. I mean, I don't know if an Anthemis is actually a type of daisy or not, but they're really cute and great colors. I'm going to choose some colors from my Neo color tub shortly, but I hadn't picked out my flowers yet, so I didn't do that. I always try to pick pictures to work from where I can see, you know, some of the foliage too, because I want to get that right. And I also like to work from more than one. I like to work from more than one photo reference because you can't like see the entire thing from one photo reference all the time, you know? Yesterday I went live for like an hour and 20 and my stream got kind of chopped off after an hour 6. So I think I'm learning that it shouldn't be longer than an hour. Really. So today I'm going to do an hour. Really going to try and keep it to an hour because I just think that's smart. Smarter to do. Don't have to worry about getting cut off that way, hopefully. So that's what we're going to do. So this flower has some larger greenery, but it also has these like little sprouty. I'm going to show you. It also has these like, it's hard to see because I know I'm working from a really small picture, but it also has these little sprouty like fern looking things. So I'm going to add both. And this book I'm working from is called Perennials Volume 2 by Random House, if you care. And yeah, so just do some of this. And these are really cute flowers. I don't like to work from a picture that's this small usually, but it's what I grabbed, and that's cool because it's all about making do. Right? So this is called Anthemis Tinctoria. And I'm going to draw the name, and I'm going to add some of the little data points about the flower in the artwork because I like to add lettering to my art. So these, and let me know if in the future, if you would like to get a reference picture before I do my live stream, and then we can work together. Because I can go on to Unsplash or another public domain site and get a picture. Draw together if you would like that. Really cool. Hey, Lucy. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I'm doing this flower called Anthemis tinctoria. It's kind of like a daisy-ish one. I'm going to show it to you real quick. This is the picture I'm working from. So that's the one I'm doing. And I like to add lettering to it. So I like to work from these books that have, you know, all this botanical info in them. So I can, you know, add my lettering to the picture, do that illustration or artwork, or all the same, right? It's all the same. Before I start inking, I'm going to do a very light erasing because this is darker pencil than I want to go in with when I do the ink. I went a little nuts with that. That R. What's going on with that R? Happy R. Freeform lettering. Okay. Like that. I like doing that. Cool. Connections all over the place. Okay. I'm gonna do like a leaf here, here, and then trying to fill in with some details. I really like details. Oh, you know what? These are like those flowers with the center that's poppy. Pops. So let's put one of those here, and maybe like another one. You can really see the center popping. So I went to a art market last night, and I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff that you don't need, right? Because you go to these things and you're like, I don't need anything. I like to go to support my local, you know, arts events and stuff because you need more of them. I was going to do a lot of art markets this year. And then I sort of had a curveball. So, a health curveball I developed, or I got diagnosed with, rather, arthritis. And I was having a lot of really tough symptoms. It was very active, and I'm doing really well right now, which is great, and I'm under medical care and everything. But it changed how I wanted to spend my year because doing art markets is really it's pretty physically intense, I guess. I don't want to make it sound like it's athletic because that's not the case, but I mean, there are times when it is because you're lugging a lot of your stuff around. I guess it depends on what kind of stuff you sell and all that, but Tinctoria. Okay. So let's see. Native of most of Europe, Turkey, and Caucasus, West Syria, and Iran, and naturalized in the British Isles of North America. Growing on roadsides. I'm gonna do a little bit of light erasing while I read this information because sorry about that thing. Because I'm multitasking. I want to hurry and get to the ink part because that's what we're here for, right? We're here for the ink, baby. And I love my ink pen, so I can't wait to start. But I'm just gonna do a real light erase while okay. Flowering in May, July. Okay, we're gonna use that. I'm gonna underline that real quick. Flowering in May, July. So we're gonna go flowering in May, July. Branching upright, leaves. I don't know what pinnate. I don't know what that means. Flowers. This is good information. Yellow waiter cream. Naturalized in the British Isles of North America. That's a lot of information. Okay, maybe I can add most of that in. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to still do some light words, light sketching real quick, just to flesh out. I'm going to put the data points down here. Okay. And then we're going to say most narrow. Let's do the little list here. Most oh, tricky. I think I can fit everything here. I don't know where that is. I can tell this one's going to be really busy on the bottom. So that's West Syria. And Iran. And naturalized. Let's do that. Natural. Make that higher. Okay. And then naturalized in the British Isles and North America. Give you a little more light here. My light is lacking. British. Please excuse the shadows. I'm going to try and put my light to counteract the shadows. ISLES. And then north. I want to make sure that you can see. So hopefully that's good. All right. Let's go in with the ink. Let me do a tiny bit of erasing again first. Just lightly. And then see, sometimes I like to erase so I get most of the pencil off, but just leave enough pencil to be like a marker for myself, so I know I have a guideline, a very gentle guideline. That's really what I like to do. it. And I don't know yet if I'm going to go into this with color later. That's kind of going to depend on feel. Like I'm going to see how I feel. But if I only used the ink, then I would go in later when it's done with eraser again, because then I would be able to erase more of these lines. But if I add color with the neo colors, I'm probably not going to do that. But if I do that, then you're really probably not going to notice as much. I do want to use page white though. I like to use the page white. So I do want to make sure that I get enough, clean page. I don't care so much about like a little bit of smudgy. I don't care so much about a little bit of the smudgy graphite on my page, but I do need to have some. I do need to have some some page white. Okay, let's go in. So these flowers, the center, I'm going in with a gold. This is a gold Pentel brush pen. And when this ran out of ink, and the gold ink in it was great, but when it ran out, ta-da, I'm using this FW Daler-Rowney, and I believe this is, yeah, acrylic ink. So this is like a liquid acrylic ink, and it acts like ink. I might drop some on. Sometimes I'll just drop and finger paint with it, or do different things like that. These flowers are really cute. I love daisies, and things resembling daisies. I do think this is a type of daisy. For any latecomers, I'm going to show you. Oops, sorry. I'm going to show you the picture that I'm drawing from, and you're going to be like squinting because it's really small. But this is the picture I'm drawing from, and they're real cute. And this is the book. It's Perennials Volume 2. Oops, sorry. This is the dangers of having my phone holder right up my nose is that I'm gonna bang it. So now I'm just trying to do these little centers, and then I'm gonna do the lettering. I'm just right now also I'm doing like the light and dark. So this is where the sun is coming from the top, and then I'm this gold is also working as shadow for these really poppy, really dimensional centers of the flower. And yeah, I'm going to do some of the lettering now. Ooh, look at that. Love those bubbles. Pink bubbles. Oh, cool. What is this? Looks like there was some color mixed in there. I must have got an aside of the brush that has some other color on there. I think I'm gonna do a dunk and squeeze. Dunk and squeeze. So I've been on YouTube for probably 8 years, and I love making videos, sharing, technique and art process and all these things, like I'm doing today. And I've recently jumped back into doing lives because I really love doing lives and I'm trying to grow my channel. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing because I would love to have you. And I'm sort of just changing how I approach things because I think I've just been doing lives every day now, the past few days, and I really want to grow my channel. I really want to share more art, and I want to have more community here. It's really important to me. It's really, I mean, I adore YouTube. I'm a YouTube fanatic. I watch more YouTube than anything, and half the time I'm just listening, which makes it so I feel like I really do understand the platform, you know? You can probably understand because you're here too. And, I've thought about TikTok too, but because I do really like TikTok, but I am such a YouTube person. I just love YouTube. Okay, now we have our words. We have Anthemis, Tinctoria. We have our petals. And then we have some greenery and some ancillary decorative things. We have some connection between the letters, which I like to do that too. And then we have more words down here. So I want to tackle these words down here. And I think I'm just going to go in with my Pentel pigment brush pen. This is, I believe, this is the super fine. Oh, wait a minute. I want to show you. So I have this one. And then I have this one, which is this is the portable pocket. And for a very long time, I haven't really found my way with this one. I use these primarily, but yesterday I did my entire piece with this one. And I realized that I always think that this one provides more of a freedom because it's a longer barrel, it's more squishy. It's just, you know, I don't know, for lots of reasons, and I'll put that in another video. But um, I really enjoyed using this one yesterday. So I might be using more of that one. I'm just going to do petals. Oh, I missed one of these. Give him a little time of day there, just so I remember that he's there. I don't want to lose track of him, you know? And then there's kind of an interesting little shade. The line between where the center of the flower meets the petals. It's like this little bubbly line. I'm going to switch for a moment, maybe longer, to this one and see more control. I just feel like this one's kind of really good for tight spots. Brush pens are really interesting because you feel out of control with them, but you also feel like they add so much character and unique quality to your line. This is me talking. I'm saying you, but I mean me. And I really love them. I don't think I knew I would love them as much as I do when I first started using them. I really do love them. And they also require like some time to find your way with. And I think it's so worth it to just invest that time and mess around with them, and because they really are a very unique expression, like for your line. Like you can create your own little, you know, your own little world, aesthetic world. They're just lovely. They just make, and then also they teach you different things too. They teach you to be patient with yourself and to appreciate imperfection and to make things work, which I think a lot of art is just about, like a question and answer in your own head. And then how do you make it work? What are you gonna, what happened in the last 2 seconds? And how are you gonna work that in if you feel like you need to augment it or change it or do something to make it work better? And it just also gets you out of the mindset of like what you're expecting from yourself, which is just not where you want to be when you're exploring creatively. You just don't want to be in that mindset at all. It's counter it counteracts, it's the opposite is what I'm trying to say. It's opposite to where your mind needs to be, in a space of curiosity. And if my hand gets in the way and I'm sitting here talking, hey, Tiff Tiff, if I'm sitting here talking, Tiff Tiff, and my hand gets in the way because I am a lefty, please just please just yell, move your hand. Thanks, Tiff. Um, please just tell me because, you know, I'm just here talking and drawing and then I'm looking at the I'm looking at my screen when I can, and that's not, and I don't, the last thing I want is for my hand to be in the way of something and then, you know, giving you guys a terrible show here. But I said this a little bit ago, but if anybody wants to, draw along in the future, I can take out a picture beforehand, put it on my posts in my channel, put a link to the Unsplash or the, public domain picture that I choose for the day's live stream, and then you can grab it before the live stream and then draw along with me. If that's something that you would like, do let me know. I'm total game on that. And I have been live streaming every day for the past 3 days. I mean, eventually I'll probably have a schedule if it sticks, but I'm definitely very enjoying doing it. And I'm really wanting to grow my channel and my community here. So, yeah, if you like my content, I would absolutely be thrilled if you would subscribe. Like this, any comments or any thoughts, I am all ears. Okay. And we're going to tie this all in here. I'm going to do a daisy for the eye. I'm calling it a daisy. I think these are daisies. Probably have to Google it when I get off this. Oh, I'm also keeping this to an hour because I just experienced yesterday my internet crashed, not crashed. My internet cut off the end of my stream. And that's a bummer, because like we all wait for the final, right? We all want to see the final. Hey Jeffy, how you doing? What are you doing today? You drawing with me? Are you reading? Are you looking at reading the internet? Are you working? What are you doing? I haven't had enough coffee actually. That's what I need to do. But once you get on once you get on your live. I don't know where I put my coffee. It's here somewhere, but I'm too busy drawing now to look. Okay, Tinctoria. Where am I from? I am from the United States, the Northeast United States. And it's pretty warm here right now. Although I did turn my AC off just for this live stream because even though I have a mic with one of these, hold on. Oh, sorry. I'll show you my mic. There's my mic. Even though I have this one clipped on my hose, I don't want AC. Do I have kids? Do you have kids? I don't have kids. No. Okay. I want to add a little heft up here and here because I want to balance out this. Okay, Jeffy. This is getting pretty philosophical here. I think you're in the wrong live stream. I think you need to go talk to someone who wants to talk about that stuff. Anthemis Tinctoria is the name of the flower that I'm drawing. So that's what it says. And down here, I sketched out some data points from the book that I'm using about the flower. So where it's native from and where it's been naturalized. Thank you. So this is a brush pen. I'm using brush pens right now, and a gold and pigment ink, black, and I sketched it first. Hey Jeffy, it's been really nice knowing you, but I have to remove you. Okay. Oh, you said how old are you, ma'am? I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna remove you. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Most of Europe. Okay, I'm gonna just angle this down a little bit so you guys can see better. I'm gonna work on this part. Ooh, shadow. Do that. Most of Europe. Most of Europe. Turkey. Turkey. Hey, if my mic is rubbing up against my clothes or anything, let me know and I will move it. The no, not like that. I'm just moving around my mic because I don't want to I don't want any noise. I don't want to be noisy and not know them being noisy. And then have that be so annoying, which it really can be. This is interesting. The Caucasus. I don't know where that is. I've never heard of it. But you know what? There are so many countries that we haven't heard of. you know, Turkey, the Caucasus, CAU C-A C-A-U-C-A-S-U-S. C-A-U-S-U-S. The Caucasus. I want to do a flourish on this C. There we go. Okay. West Syria. W. Try and move this closer to the where you can see it. Oh my goodness, we're at the bottom of the page here. West Syria. This is the bottom is going to be heavy. I feel like this is going to feel very unbalanced until it's done, but that happens a lot. And it's really fun at the end to see everything come together. I'm not liking the angle there. Okay, that's better. That's like the moment, like the magic moment for me when I see everything come together at the end. And then it's like, oh, okay, it all makes sense now, you know? I love that. And you just got to trust in the process and keep that like question and answer going in your own to yourself, you know, stay like active in your practice and continually ask yourself questions. And all right, let's naturalized. Oh, I'm a lefty. Okay, so I don't want to get ink on my hand. I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to concentrate a little bit on over here to give this a time to breathe and, you know, give it time to dry, really. So I'm going to put a flower in here because I'm just feeling kind of crazy right now. I'm just feeling kind of crazy right now, and I want to put a flower in there. So let's do it. Put a flower in there. Oh, you know what though? I don't want to use that brush. Where's my other brush? There it is. Pen, I mean, the other pen. Okay, public service announcement. I'm trying mightily hard to grow my channel. I've been doing live streams every day for the past few days, and I think I'm gonna just continue to do live streams because I'm really enjoying it. And I do think that it is helping to get my channel into the algorithm, and it's just fun to explore different types of content. So, and I feel like I'm, you know, getting some good response from my live streams. So if you like my channel content, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Public service announcement. Back to our regular scheduled program. Okay, we have a flower in there. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Let's do this. A little stem. Okay. All right. Now we're getting a little abstract. That's okay. I want to do something like that. This is an Anthemis Tinctoria flower. And I do think I'm going to add, I'll probably pick out like 3 Neocolor 2s. let's see where we are time-wise. It is 45:34. Okay. I need to get a move on. I wanna get this going because I wanna keep this stream to an hour because, first of all, I think it's just respectful of people's time. Second of all, and, you can always go back and watch other ones if you want, or it doesn't have to be longer than an hour. Anyway, the other reason is because, um, practical reasons, because of the internet. Um, Yesterday I did a live stream for an hour and 20, and it kicked out at like 106, and that just stinks because, do we not want to see like the wrap up? Like that was just like, you know, for me making that for people to see and to watch and to, you know, enjoy, it was just I'm just like, I mean, it's a good stream. It's a good video. There's a lot of cool information in it and, you know, techniques and stuff anyway, but it was just kind of a bummer that that the end got bumped off. I was like, "Oh, that stinks." You want to see like the final, right? I would. I do. I do want to see the final. I don't want to see, you know, most of it and then naturalized. Anyway, I guess that's a great advertisement for my live stream from yesterday, isn't it? But it's good. It's really good. Anyway, I liked it, but I have to say that was a bummer. I was really not happy about that. But I don't want that to happen again. And so I think the best way to keep it from happening is to just, keep it to an hour. The British Isles. Okay, the British Isles. British. Sorry about my little bouncy camera there. I do apologize. I'm gonna try not to do that. Not that I'm trying to make it bounce, but you know what I'm saying. Try to keep it from bouncing. And I'm gonna post a video, not like today, but I'm gonna make one talking about the difference between my brush pens. Just, general information because I've been using these brushes a lot and it helps to know the difference between, what's what. Why use one? Why not use the other? All that kind of stuff. Right. North America. That's where we're gonna, right here. I'm gonna do, okay. I was gonna do N, then I'll do North. So before I started inking this, I gently sketched out things just as a guide. But, you really don't have to follow it to the T, like you're the boss of you. You know, you're the boss of your art. You make the decisions. You decide if you're going to veto or if you're going to, move forward with your original plan, and that's great. That's great. I just like to have a little bit of a guide. Actually, honestly, I don't always do a sketch. When I'm just doing for myself, not on camera, um, I usually don't. But you know, I like to, respect the live and really try and jump in. I think I've done enough lives to really feel like um jumping in like quickly into what you're doing is really important, you know? You don't need to like wait for anybody to come. Just You're welcome to watch the replay. Not fun to watch somebody wait. You know what I mean? Like, just start what you're doing. Everything comes together. So I'm really accenting with black here, making it more graphic. And I'm liking the look of that for this. So I'm gonna do where are we? 5105. Okay. I want to do some stuff down here. I'm going to use the gold and just add some embellishment to tie it all in, because I do want to add a color besides gold, like an additional color. But I'm just wondering if I'm not going to have time to do that in this stream today. And so this is fun. I'm putting gold over the black, and I think I'm gonna grab my black pen and do a little bit of embellishment over that just to see how that goes. So you can look closely, you can see that the gold pen picks up a little bit of the black. So this ink is going to be permanent, waterproof, and light fast because it's pigment ink. So while this is all true, and this is like what it says on the packaging when you buy it, um, the time for it to take to set up to cure is variable. I think it, depends on the type of paper you use, and, there's different elements that come into play, on how quickly it's going to actually become, completely dried and waterproof and everything. And, that can change depending on the humidity, the type of paper you're drawn on, all those factors. So while this is going to be waterproof and light fast and everything, right now it's still a little, you know, it's not cured yet, which when you hear the term cured, it just basically means time to set. That's what it means. That's all it means. So it doesn't have time to set up yet. So, but this is working out, having the gold be my color for the paper, for the piece. So in a minute, I'm going to go in. I have like 7 minutes left here. And see how much more I can add to this in 7 minutes, because I can't stop myself. Oh, right. I wanted to work on the bottom part to tie everything in. Let's work on that a little bit here. And then I'll break out the black ink pen, and I'm going to do a little bit on top of the parts like that where I put the gold over the black. So right now I'm just tying in the gold. So if you look at it as a whole, right, there's more. I'm always looking for how you're going to move your eye around the scene, and you know how you're going to keep every part of the composition interesting to rotate back around to. And so that's really what I'm doing here right now. And I see that down here there's less of the gold detail, so I'm just adding some gold detail down here to to balance the composition out. Okay. All right, wait one more second. Almost. And now I'm just going to go with my finger here. And a little bit here. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now I'm just going to do some last little dabs. Some last little dabs. Lefty problems. Trying not to smudge because of the leftiness. Look at that. Mush. Pretty this ink is. So pretty. This is acrylic ink. No, I'm sorry. Wait. Yes, acrylic ink. FW De La Rowney acrylic ink. Pretty. Very pretty. All right. Focus. Focus. Focus on this. Focus and try not to get. All right. This will be the last gasp because I'm gonna hang this up in just a couple minutes. Isn't it funny how that gold color looks so different than the gold I've been using all along? Maybe I didn't mix it right or mix it enough. I don't know. All right. So there we have it. Hey, thank you so much for coming today and for watching me draw this. And let me show you the picture that I was drawing from. It was right here. This is it. And this is the information, Anthemis, Tinctoria. And this is the book I was drawing from, Perennials, Volume 2. And here is the finished piece. Okay, thank you so much for coming. And I will see you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. So want to come again? I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.